Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? Tiffany, can you hear me?
Oh,
sorry. Tiffany's got to turn up the volume. Hi. I know I'm excited to see all these great channels too.
I didn't hear anything.
Can you turn up your volume too? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. This is kind of like my second time trying out StreamYard, so really exciting. So thank you, Naomi Slot Channel, for that $4.99 super chat, girl. I really appreciate you. Hey, Freebird, we're gonna get it. Hey, GU. Hi, Hisham. Claudia, the Italian slot chick. Hi, Lucky Lens. Hey, Armana Costa. Good evening. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So I just want to let everybody know that I hope that y'all are all safe and that you stay blessed to you and your loved ones. And hi, Angel Diaz. Hi, Amy. How are you? So one of the topics that we're going to discuss tonight is, hi, May Curry, is I decided to focus on Kickapoo because I had a lot of viewers and subscribers email me and ask me if we could talk about Kickapoo and if I could focus kind of like on my home base. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. And if I could focus on my home base. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some great slot channels that are in here that are going to join me today. We all have a different style of playing, and most of our content is uploaded from Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. Hey, May Curry. Hi, GU. Nice to see you too. Hi, Joey Jolie Bodies. How are you? Hi, Sonia. Sonia's Escapade. So hi, Wendy City. Hi, Midwest Casino Travels. Hey, Gambaholic. How you doing? So,
oh, Janice is in there.
Hey, Janice. How are you doing? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm having a little discombobulation moment here. Give me 1 second.
Are you gonna make her?
Yeah. So we're definitely. Oh, okay. Oh my God. VR Vasquez, thank you for that $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much, amiga. I really appreciate you for that super chat. Hey, Gambaholic, thank you. My hair's a mess, girl. You know, Scarlett O'Hara, the wind just took me and brought me back, girl. So I want to let y'all know a little something is that I want to let y'all know that I've got my first guest on. I've got FNS Slots. Hey, Rico and Eddie.
How y'all doing?
How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing, Rose?
I am feeling.
Hey.
And we've got some other guests. So let me let my other guests into the stream. GC Slots is in the building. Hey, Gloria.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing? How you doing?
There's Rico and Eddie.
How you guys doing?
And then we got the TheSlotCouple19. Hello.
Hello.
And we've got Tiffany. I'm so glad that you guys joined me this evening. Everybody, hi, Jesse E. I'm going to try to keep track of this chat. We really wanted to focus, guys. I want to let y'all know, first of all, my greatest gratitude to all of y'all for coming on. And viewers asked for this. The viewers emailed me. I was inundated, I promise you not, with emails asking me, can you please bring on Kickapoo Slot channels? And let's talk about Kickapoo. I want to let everybody know that these are our personal experiences, our personal opinions. We have no affiliation with the casino. Don't come back. Martha Loyola, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much. And we have no affiliation with the casino. We're not getting paid to share our opinions. Some of our opinions might be different than what you think. And I think that it's really important to talk about that. Hopefully FNS will come back. They cut off. So joining me right now is everybody say hello to Gloria GC Slots. Hi, Windy City. Gloria, how are you doing?
Hey, guys.
You doing good, girl?
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. You doing okay?
I'm good.
Hi, Joelle.
Girl, I see your shirt. I see your shirt that you're repping right now, GC Slots.
You go get them, girl.
Yes, I got you.
Well, thank you for joining. And then we've got one of our newer slot channels, and they're going to give us a little bit of background. We have Stephanie and Joe. If y'all have watched some of their videos, the Slot Couple19, welcome to the chat, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Hello.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And what does your shirt say? Bonus, retrigger, repeat.
I like it.
Oh, I got you.
Get it. Come
Work
on.
to live by.
Oh, here's FNS.
And we got Reiko and Mr. Eddie, FNS Slots. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing good. We're doing good. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Hey, Eddie. Eddie, can you hear me?
Yeah, here you fine. Y'all let me do it.
Look what I got. Look what I got for you, buddy.
We got your coffee ready.
I'm ready. I can use that right now.
You coming over?
Hey, I would love to.
All right.
All right. So glad to see everybody in the chat. And I'm going to start off again. If you just joined the chat, I received in the matter of probably 20 days or so, I can tell you right now, and I love to share them with the viewers, over 27 emails asking me from my subscribers if I could please focus on some chats about Kickapoo. They want to hear from you guys, the slot channels. What games do you like? What's your opinion about what games we should do? We're going to have a lot of questions. So before we get started and we start on that, I want to let everybody know that just joined the stream is that all of us share a lot of things in common. One, we're all YouTubers. Most of our content is out of Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. And we all have different styles of playing. But at the end of the day, all of us are in it for the entertainment, and all of them are amazing, nice people. We in no shape or form are affiliated with Kickapoo. We're not being paid to do this. We're doing this because that's what you asked for. And let me just share a little bit of background about Kickapoo. Those of you that are visiting us from all these states, thank you. We have 66 people in the chat. Let's get it. I'm going to start with telling you a little bit about Kickapoo. So Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino actually opened up in 1996. It's located in Eagle Pass, Texas, and it's proudly owned and operated by the Kickapoo traditional tribe of Texas. And it is one of only 2 casinos in Texas. Texas only has 2 casinos, and we are the largest one. It has a total of 3,300 slot machines, which are gaming machines, and we are a Class 2 casino, so we're based on a bingo card. We have 0 table games. We have a VIP or a high limit room, which is only one that just got expanded in 2019. We have 1 bingo room, and then we have a private poker room. We do have various restaurants, and I'll touch that in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead now and transition over to FNS Slots.
Hey,
Reiko and Eddie, my first question to you is, what made you guys start a slot channel and say, hey, I want to record out of Kickapoo? What got you guys started? And you said, this is where I'm going to kind of make it my home base, because I know you guys play all over the place. But why? What inspired you to do that?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, thank you, sir. I gotcha.
Yeah. To start it off, distance was the first thing that came into play when it came to Lucky Eagle. You know, it's 2.5 hours away from San Antonio, so we love Lucky Eagle. Don't get it wrong. We enjoy all the different slot machines. We obviously enjoy the subscribers. You know, so what actually got us started was a very good year. I think it was it 2018 or 2019? Well, I believe a little bit before we actually got started, Rachel said, you know, I see opportunities. So Rachel is the one that knew all about YouTube and slot channels and stuff. Matter of fact, he told me to look at YouTube a few times, and I didn't even quite understand what he was talking about. So
you probably were like, what is that junk? What is that mess on YouTube, man? You better slide on over, Reiko.
I remember, you know, Rico was into sports cars, and he always had a YouTube channel because of the sports car. One of these muscle cars he built. And basically, I was dragging him along with my wife and family to different casinos, and Kickapoo being the closest. I went there quite a bit. I had some really, really good years going to the Kickapoo, and I think I started going probably about 2005, 2006. 6. I just flew down there because they were closer, and they were much smaller at the time. They didn't have
Correct.
the new side. They just had the old side, and then they were doing renovations at
Yeah.
times during that period. And I always thought it was a very fair casino.
Okay.
If you went from one end of the casino to the other when it was much smaller, probably had 1/3 of the slot machines it has now.
That's
Uh,
right.
but when you went from one end to the other, if you were patient, most of the time you could get lucky, whether you're betting $1 or if you were lucky enough to be able to go to their high limit room and play what I would call big ball in those like
Hey, if you were big
25.
ball Chacala, Mr. Eddie, that's what I'm talking about.
You could pay $25 on up for
Yeah.
the slot amount. Uh,
Yeah.
and the machines were just as good as most casinos that I went to, and I went to quite a few casinos. And
Yeah.
then Rico had came with me on trips when we would be visiting family, traveling. Either we'd go east, or we'd go south, or we would go north. And when we went east, we were going through Louisiana. When we went
Yeah.
when we went south, a lot of times we'd be going to Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, and we had quite a bit of luck in Louisiana on the way heading south. And Reiko has witnessed me, uh, and he actually, I believe, and he's slightly luckier than I am. Meaning, when I finally got him to try slots, he
Uh-huh.
actually had a better outcome for the least amount of pools than I did. So,
Wow.
so we were both pretty lucky, considering slots aren't
Yeah.
always friendly and you don't always win.
No, you
But
don't.
Reiko witnessed that, and then next thing you know, he come talking to me about a YouTube, and I didn't know what that was. I said, "Son, whatever you want to do." But I have to say that my personal feelings about Kickapoo, it's we're very fortunate to have a casino living here in San Antonio. To have
Yes,
a
sir.
casino that close, it would be great if they would open a second Kickapoo right here in San Antonio.
Right? I've been waiting.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I think I'd be in lots of trouble. I'd be there during my lunch hour, like,
Well,
hello, hello. I'd be like, my boss probably walked by and I'd be like, I got good news. I can buy. I was gonna say I got good news. I'm gonna tell my boss I got good news. I can buy everybody tacos on me after the casino. So I love the way y'all started your channel. So it sounds like Reiko kind of inspired it. But I will tell you that I remember seeing your first video, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. GC Gloria, what inspired you?
Yes, ma'am.
Same question. What inspired you to start your channel and say, I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna record out a Kickapoo? What inspired you to do that?
So basically, I was just gambling, not recording anything. And I remember one of my first videos that I saw was Tiffany Mills Slot Channel. And she was getting
Hey!
all these,
Thank
she was getting all
you.
these good hits. And I saw the curtsy for the first time. I was like, okay, okay. So I was looking forward to when I go. I said, if I see her, I'm going to introduce myself. So I guess watching you guys and watching all these
Thank
other
you.
channels out there, I'm like, I said, I'm already doing this. So why not try? So I decided I'm going to try, open up a channel, and it's either going to do good or it's not. And I'm still going to have fun with it. So that's pretty much it. It was watching you guys, everybody, and giving that inspiration through you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who just joined the live. I can't get to everybody right now because I'm actually interviewing the channels and we're trying to keep our dialogue. So thank you for being here. Hey, Jam Jam. Hey, Winstar Elite is in the building, baby. Hello, hello.
What's
When you
going
get back,
on?
Winstar.
Jam Jam, Winston.
SlotCouple19. I have the same question for you. Now, I know you guys started your channel, am I correct, January? Or
Mhm.
December? Am I
End of
correct?
January.
January. See, I'm right on them stats, girl.
Mhm.
You started your channel in January 2020. You're I know we've shared a couple of things, but I want you to tell the viewers what has inspired you to say, okay, I'm going to start a slot channel. You're playing in South Texas. You know, what got you guys to start a channel?
Well, I was the gambler between us. He had never gone gambling before. So when we talked about taking our first trip together, I wanted to take him gambling. So I started to, I wanted to show him what Kickapoo was like, what slot machines they had, what they look like, how you played them, what the rooms look like, that kind of stuff. So we did all kinds of research. And then when we went, we started recording our slot wins for our memories, just for our own, keeping track of what we won and what games we liked and where they were. And then we also did a tour of the room, because every time I went to a casino, like I would take pictures of the room just so I'd remember what they looked like. So when we went to Kickapoo, we actually recorded the room just so we can know what it was like. And then we thought, we have videos like everybody else does. We have a room tour like other channels do. Let's just post it on YouTube so we can have a record of our travels, of our trips, memories. And if people like it, they like it. Great, they can come and watch us. But if not, it's just for us. So that's really why we did it. It was more for us as a couple to keep our memories and keep track of what we did and what we played and when we had fun and what we won and what we lost. That's really why we did it.
That makes sense. Well, thank you for sharing. FNS, I got a question for you.
Yes.
2 questions, actually.
And you, baby.
And this is based on your personal experience, okay? You've been to different casinos, and I will say this. I remember watching y'all's first video before I even met you. And I remember the night I met you guys. So wonderful people. I consider y'all friends. You inspire me to look at those high bets because I consider you guys consistently max betting, pretty much. I remember your first video that I saw on YouTube was you guys were playing in Louisiana, Mr. Eddie. You started off on the $1 denom. I think it was a 9. The machine started 9, 18, and 45. Y'all were doing $45 bets. And you're right. You turned the camera and then put it towards Reiko, and y'all had a hand pay. And I remember watching you. But my question to you is, it's related to your play. So you've traveled to a lot of casinos, right? And you're playing at Kickapoo. Do you find like, what would you say your luck is? Are you more lucky at Kickapoo, or are you more lucky at other casinos? And also, what is your favorite slot? What are your top 3 favorite slots at Kickapoo?
Great questions. Great questions. So I would say this, as far as luck at other casinos, to kind of address that, Lucky Eagle, we feel is consistent to basically have an amount you're satisfied with going home with, whether that's 300, 500. We always find ourselves getting ahead to a certain point, but it's a matter of when you want to leave. What are you satisfied walking away with? Now, we would say that we've had more luck in Oklahoma. I'm sure FNS would definitely agree with me there.
Oh, somebody be driving a sports car. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm still riding a bike. I'm not talking about a motorcycle either. I'm just talking about little training.
She's in a tricycle. We're trying to take the training wheels off, but she don't let us. I want to sing that song. Roll till the wheels come off. Go roll till the wheels come off. Come on now. Till the wheels come off. Y'all be doing the high bets. Can I ask you another question? Like, I like the way your style of play. I see you starting with your bankroll with the free play. I agree that I like to do my free play on high limit. You're betting. Do you find more wins at the max bets? Like, what is your strategy there?
You want to touch that, or you want?
Well, what I found is that each casino could be like the weather. Sometimes you go out and it's sunny, and then other times it's overcast. But just because it's overcast don't mean it's not a beautiful day.
That's
all
right.
it takes is one pull. Now, I have found that sometimes I felt like the slot machines, whether I'm at Kickapoo or if I'm going east or north or even the Vegas, I feel like finding that machine, having that intuitive sense is so important. I think I don't know how you could, people can find their a sense that this machine, something about this machine. See, that happens to me quite often. I get an intuitive sense. And also that when the smaller the denomination, it seems like a lot of times the smaller denominations don't always pay as well as
Okay.
the larger denominations. So when I go to various casinos and I'm playing larger D-lines, I seem to get hit. Now you don't always get good hits, but sometimes a hit that keeps you even, it gives you that chance to have one more pull. And
That makes sense. That makes
it beats going home broke.
sense. You're right. And I think as a player, so at Kickapoo, what are your top? Give me 3 slot machines that y'all love and that you play at Kickapoo all the time.
Well, I personally like the VGT. Moneybag used to be my favorite. Then they took out
Ooh, I love money bags.
they took out the $25 money bag, and
Oh, see now you on my league. You were sneaking over there with your coffee like this, Mr. Eddie. Here's that $50, $75.
And you know it wasn't coffee in there, right?
Eddie, would you max spend that $75 a pool?
oh yeah, but I would go with 1 coin, 2 or 3, and it just depended on how the machine did. If the machine was
Yeah.
paid on 1, I stuck with 1. If it paid on 2, I went to 2, and so on. Sometimes I tried all 3, and I just ended up even.
Oh my God.
Do y'all ever have to borrow money from each other when you're at the casino?
Well,
I like that one.
The answer is yes. As a matter of
I knew it.
Well, the answer is yes. So check this out. The last video we posted, as a matter of fact, you can hear in our conversation that, hey, Draco, it's only $3.75 a pool, but we got the bonus and the
Yeah.
paid very well. It was the machine, it was that 90 machine that you had saw, I guess, but in that session, you hear that in the background.
You got to partner up, man. You got to. So y'all like Mr. Moneybags. Give me 2 more slots that you love at Kickapoo.
Well, me, I like Starry Nights.
I knew it.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
And then the other one would be there's a Ninja Warrior machine
By
back
the bathroom.
Yes, in the back.
By the bathroom.
now. Those are my 3 current fun machines that when I can't do anything else, I go to those, and they're like okay.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to treat me pretty good. Now,
That's
Reco,
great.
on the other hand,
I mean, I'm kind of biased on one, but I love Funan Funu.
Oh my God, another Funan. And you're at the 880 max bet mini jackpot king, honey.
Yeah, there you go. Mini jackpot team right here. And honestly, it's just history. That machine.
I love Funan too. I think it has a lot of potential.
Do they
Yeah,
remember middle school?
it is.
And what else do you like, Rico? I can see you on those 9-liners. I don't know why, like those crystal stars. You know what
he
I'm talking about
loves
with the
those.
high limit, the crystal stars, the 9-liners, right or
Yeah,
wrong?
I do like them. I wouldn't put them in my favorite category though. I'm with
Okay,
that on the VGTs. It's just like
okay.
something about a Mr. Moneybag that goes a long way.
Oh,
At
you like
$25,
the red screens?
that thing was
I
hot.
think every slot player that plays VGTs, a lot of us don't just chase the jackpots, but we chase the red screen. And I think that's where you've got to learn as a player, how long do you wait? In the high limit room. I wanted to say thank you, Windy City Frenzy, for the 1999 super chat. Slot Angel, thank you for the super chat. You guys play a lot with free play. Gloria, same question for you. Like, what are your top 3 favorite games? I already know them, but go ahead and tell. And then what do you feel like is a lucky bet size for you? Like, what do you consider yourself as a player? Hold on. Gloria, are you there?
Yes.
What are your top 3 favorite games at Kickapoo? And where do you feel like at your bet sizes? Talk to us a little bit about your bet sizes. Because you could range on a bet size real easily.
Well, I am a low better.
What? That's a lie. She's cutting out on us. We'll wait for Gloria to come back.
That's because I grease it up and down.
That is true about her style of play. She does start at a
I
low
have
bit.
to grease it up and down.
And when you do that, Gloria, explain to the viewers what does it grease it up and down really mean?
Yeah, something to.
GC, you're freezing up on us. She's gonna come back. We'll ask the slot couple. We'll move to them. Slot couple 19. Tell me, what are 3 of your favorite games at Kickapoo, and where do you feel comfortable to say, okay, this is my bed size. This is where I feel comfortable.
Well, let's see. I'll do 2 favorite games, and he can do one.
Okay.
Only because I have
like
2
that.
I can't choose between. I have an
It's
older
hard.
game. I love Moby Dick of all games, but I love that game. And Kickapoo still has it, so I always play it. And I love the Mighty Cash. What's yours?
I do
Mighty
too.
Cash, you took mine.
Oh,
There's no way you can have the same
Actually,
games.
I like the Michael Jackson one. I don't know why I have so much luck on it. And I never record it.
Oh my God.
I always get on it. I think it was like a while back I did record one, but other than that, I always play it. And then I'm always like, oh, look. I got like when he moonwalks or whatever, I'm like, ooh, I know I'm gonna get something.
Then I asked him, are you recording it? No.
Yeah, no.
I think it happens to all of us.
And so we started out as low rollers, the minimum bet, 60 cents, 75 cents. Then we up to like the second tier bet. So now we're at around the $1.50 range. But we have done a couple of videos where we actually went to the high limit room and we played I was scared. I was scared too. Was it green machine?
Yeah, the cash machine. I think.
One of those things. We played that one, and we played the what was the one that shows you whatever you see, you win?
Oh yeah, that one's green machine. I think.
So anyway, we played a couple of those. So we did pool our money and play some high limits. So that's as high as we've ever gone, was $10 a spin.
And that was crazy how fast we lost all our money.
Yeah. No, we won.
can.
Yeah, when we lost and when we won it back.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
I think that's a thing. FNS, I want to ask you guys if Kickapoo could put in any new games or make any changes, what would be some of your suggestions as not only as a slot channel, but as a regular player? What games would you like to see at Kickapoo? And what changes do you think they could make?
Ooh. And I kind of feel like both of those things go together. They could actually, the big changes is they could bring in some of those games that you see in Oklahoma. We don't have any Lightning Link. Thankfully, we got Locket Link. Dragon Link is missing. I feel like almost every trip I go to Vegas, I see someone hit $1,000 on Dragon Link.
What?
I'm like, every single time I'm out there, somebody hits $1,000. Like, I feel like those are definitely fun machines that you can play on multiple denominations. So they're for everyone. You can pick and choose. You can win the exact same grand and make jackpot that you could win at $50 as 50 cents. So
you're right.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Lucky Eagle could, definitely inherit or actually go and get those machines. Also, now this might sound crazy, but I would love to see $100 slot at Lucky Eagle.
Like, God! And I want to be right there when you play it. You know what's so funny, guys? When we went to Choctaw, me, Tiffany, and GC, we actually thought about playing the $100 machine and like pitching it together right. We thought about it. GC, you're back. I wanted to ask you about your top 3 favorite games there.
Okay, my top 3. We've got Funan Funu has been my favorite like forever. Definitely Longhorn Jackpots.
Yeah.
And Loteria Don Clemente, the blue one, the Sirena one.
Oh.
Those are my 3 top. I will bounce back and forth a lot on those. And you see a lot of my videos on those.
Gloria, where do you feel like as a slot player at Kickapoo? Because we go quite a bit. Like, just to let the audience know what is a good bet size? Like, for example, at Loteria, how do you determine, because you've gotten hand pays on it, what have been like, how do you start on Loteria? Like, what works for you as a slot player on that game? Why are you so damn lucky on it?
That's what you're trying to ask, right?
That's like FNS too. Y'all are so damn lucky on that one.
So basically, what I was saying a while ago about greasing my bet sizes up and down is I try every bet size and I see which bet size is interactive with me. If it's not interactive to me, I feel like it's a cold machine, and so I move on. So a lot of the times I will do, on Loteria, 50 cents, 50 cents. And if I'm getting good hits, I'm going to try to move it up. And if the next size up, the dollar, if that one's doing good, then it's got to do good on the max bet. And that's when I feel real comfortable doing max bet, is if two or more of the bet sizes are doing good. I'm definitely going to try the biggest one. And my comfort bet, I will do max bet if I've already made a profit in the casino, and I like to try to use their money to do those bet sizes. Because to walk up into the casino and start using your own money bet size, I'm a little bit of a chicken still to do that, but I have done it, and it's either worked out or it hasn't. But
I think when you walk into Kickapoo, like let's say when we all go to Kickapoo and ask of you all of this question, what is the first game you hit when you get to Kickapoo, the Slot Couple 19? What is your first game when you walk to Kickapoo that you know you got to play?
Michael Jackson, because it's always packed and he has to play it. It's our tradition. We walk in, we get our tickets, scope everything out, and go to Michael Jackson. And then I watch him win.
But where y'all getting chicken from?
I know. Right. FNS, what's y'all's first slot y'all hit?
Honestly, whatever the subscriber request is for that week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
we have a tendency to we write them down. So, we keep track of a lot of different requests, and kind of depending on how we did the week before or whatnot to determine what we're gonna play next, because we have like 30 subscriber requests to choose from. So we'll look and see, hey, is this machine like a looser machine we can play? That's a subscriber request. We'll go down the list and kind of pick accordingly. But we try and get to every subscriber request. But overall, it's usually something that someone else picked, and we just go with the flow. Because hey, eventually we're gonna play it, so might as well play it now.
I think if they had the $25 did not Mr. Moneybags, Mr. Eddie be right up in there in the high limit room playing his $75 spins.
Well,
And
one of the things about the money bag was that for whatever the reason, when they hit the $2 money bags, the $25 money bags in there, they seem to be a little bit looser, and I actually could be more successful playing a higher denomination than I could if I was playing $1. I could play $1 and go a long time. I'd steady be losing. And then I could play the $5, and if I catch it right, I could hit right away, get a small hand play here or there. But the $10 and the $25, they used to seem to be a little bit more friendly than they have been. And then when they took it out,
that is true.
and see on that $25 Sparky, we've done that a few times, and the $10 Sparky, and I haven't been able to be that successful on the Sparky.
Yeah, those are tough. Those are tough. The Sparkies are so tough on the high limit room. I can tell you that we've got someone in the chat, the McKinneys, that I go watch them play all the time. And at Kickapoo at the high limit room, I've seen them hit a happy. We've seen several people. We had a friend one weekend that we were there. Remember, Gloria, he had 13,000, one of my friend's husbands, on a $24 Sparky, but on a max bet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like one of those things that you got to do,
I got a bigger one.
Gloria, what games would you like to see at Kickapoo?
What? I'm sorry.
What games would you like to see Kickapoo put in?
Puff and Puff.
Oh, you know me. Those dragon links, lightning links, those have got, yes. Oh my God, those have got to come. Like I'll make the drive to go play those though. I mean, but if they came to me, that'd be just perfect. In San Antonio.
Yeah, you'll be saying, we all be sitting at the parking lot, but you know what I've noticed, guys, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not. We all have our personal opinions. When I've traveled to different casinos, whether it be a class 2 or class 3, One thing that I've noticed is a common denominator in a lot of these games is as a player, no matter what you like to play, whether you're low bid, mid bid, or high bid, you have an opportunity to change the denoms. You can start on 1 cent, 2 cent, 5, 10, $1, $5 denoms, $2 denoms. Where as a player, you really get to try your luck on these games. And I think at Kickapoo, the only slot that we have similar to that, I think, is Loteria and maybe some of our high limit games and some of the lock at linkets, which makes it hard for those people that really want to test the bets and get a feel for the game. I have a question for us here in the chat, and I want to go ahead and put it out there, and we can all take turns answering it. This is from Jordan LG. Top suggestion for all channels. He wants to ask all of us, what tips and pointers would you give those who are interested in starting their own channel? We're all going to answer. My tip or suggestion would be is find out where you want to record and make it your home base. Do your homework, look at other slot channels out of that area, and make sure that you're doing it for fun. And set your expectations as to where you want to go. Make sure that you understand pretty much how to record, it takes time, right? When you first start a slot channel, I mean, my thing is when you first start a slot channel, you have no idea what you're doing. You have no idea about descriptions, about anything, tags, nothing. You learn and you evolve. You got to have a strong backbone, Jordan, because there is a lot of criticism on social media. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You've got to be prepared to have a backbone because you're going to as you get more positive than negative, but you've got to make sure that you understand that you cannot let those negative comments deteriorate you from what you want to do. DC, what's your answer to any pointers or any suggestions for anyone interested in starting their own channel?
Well, you touched on some of it that I was thinking about. You have to do it for fun, but also you have to have tough skin. And the reason I say that is because you're gonna get trolls, you're gonna get comments, and is everybody getting an Amber Alert, or is it just mine?
Yes, girl, we all is.
Y'all getting Amber Alerts?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
So you said tough skin, right? We
Oh,
have tough skin.
Okay, that's what I was like. Wait a minute. I do. So yeah, I just wanted to say that you got to have tough skin. You got to be able to. Yes, you do. And also, I wanted to ask Tiffany if she needs a lemon.
Baby. Mine would be is to have a recording lady.
Oh my God! Hey Jesse J,
I don't have to do all the work.
Hi, when you see me, I have free bird.
My back hurts. I can't do all the work, and I get to play, so I don't got to worry about that.
I think that's a great tip. I know what you mean.
Starting out, what are some of the challenges as being a newer channel? Can you share with Jordan, since Jordan wants to know any tips? What are some of the challenges y'all had or give me some challenges or give me some good things that have happened to you as you started your channel in January?
Well, we have like a real positive response off of everybody. I know the whole with the trolls and everything. We haven't gotten those yet, but yeah. But I would say have a lot of time on your hands, because that's the one main thing I'm gonna tell you. Because when I started, I was like, okay, I'll start getting into it, but it's just the time, recording, and then also editing. Editing's the big part where it's and then as you evolve, as you start doing more and more videos, you see other people have thumbnails, ending slides, just all that, just learning how to do all that. You always just kind of just want to start like evolving or getting better at doing everything pretty much.
And we even invested in new equipment to help with editing and the new software and faster.
Wow, guys.
So as we go, and because I mean he's the expert at all that. So as he says, okay, I'm having trouble here. Okay, then what can we do to fix that? Do you need a faster computer? Do you need more software? And as we find the problem, we buy stuff to make our channel a little bit better. So we start small. What can we change? Okay, a new thumbnail or a new outro, new intro. So we're learning as we go.
Yeah, and
well,
then
you sound like you got it down pat, man. It took me 2 years to figure all that out. Hello.
yeah, it's just practice.
Say my hand hurts. And so I had to give her the thing because I was like,
She went like this. I'm like, what? Say what? FNS, what advice can you give Jordan about starting a channel? What are some of your thoughts on that as a YouTuber?
I'd say the main thing is just staying positive, because a lot of people will basically let the one comment out of 100 impact their mood, or being realistic. Think about Puff Daddy. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
Hey, finish it through. Let's finish the song.
Yeah.
I'm listening to. But you're right, Rico. Right, there is a lot of people that try to. Hey, Melissa Rodriguez said hi, FNS. Shout outs to everybody. It is hard, right? It's not an easy thing. Did y'all ever get any problems when y'all first started recording at Kickapoo? Did anybody ever try to stop y'all?
No, not at Lucky Eagle. Yeah, luckily.
They would just ask us, well, what are you doing? And I'd say, I'm doing what Rico wants to do. I've recorded on my own at different casinos, and I suck at it. So, so for me, I could stand to learn how to record.
It hurts.
What my feeling is that's so important. First thing is, I'd rather be lucky than good. Luck is important. Be lucky. And I think my son is touching on it. The more positive you are, I believe positive and good luck go together.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, that's good.
Yes.
I also believe that something other than positive and that kind of luck goes together. So keep your attitude right. And then also as you start seeing people who support you in your slot channel, of which FNS Eddie and FNS Reiko say to all the people that subscribe to us and view our videos, we appreciate their comments, bad or good, because it's all good. And then the experience, I would rather have the smallest budget that I would use and be lucky than to have a big old budget and then try to just keep playing and playing. Some machines are just going to take all your money.
They are. No matter what you get.
That's right, Wendy. Frenzy.
And I think it's better to look at that 3,300 machines down there, and you find yourself stuck on a machine giving it all your money. I think that's so important that if you can get past getting stuck on machines and giving away your money, and actually have the courage to play machines. A machine is just sitting there, and you play it, and next thing you know, you got a nice little hit, or you got a hand pay. It's like I've actually gotten a hand pay, and I thought the machine was broke, and it's got a hand pay on it, So because I played machines, I didn't even know what they did. I just played it, I didn't even know how it worked.
So you don't read the instructions on it?
No. Well, I will after I play it a second or third or fourth time, because you just can't keep being lucky. But I've actually played a machine, I didn't know nothing about it, hit a hand pay on it, didn't know I hit a hand pay, and then actually said, oh, that's how that works. And so I think it's just having fun and lifting people, wishing other players luck, while you're down there.
That is so important.
Do you think the pokey wins, or whatever, those little pokey things that you have to pick 3, do you think they're already chosen, or
the progressive wins? Do you think they're predetermined?
Yeah, like the way we see it, yeah, because we noticed and we've read an article or so. We don't know. We read it on the internet, so it's got to be true, right? But basically, the article I read was if you have a progressive pick, you're picking after your pick is completed, it doesn't show you the options.
No.
Then, yeah, so and that's kind of what we went by. So if you pick the three, you get the mini, but yet the machine doesn't flip and show you the options that you didn't pick. Then those are predetermined machines.
Yes,
Yes.
So,
yes, I agree.
That's what Windy City Frenzy told me too.
I think that at Kickapoo, now I want to ask y'all a question because everybody here, including all of us in here, we've all traveled to different casinos. The Slot Couple 19. If you compare, and just this is just your opinion. Of course, it's all our opinions. You've traveled to many casinos. You guys have been to Vegas, Louisiana, all over the place. Where have you seen? Like, what casino? What are your top two casinos that you've seen the most wins you've gotten at?
So for me, it's definitely Choctaw.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I have to say Kashada for me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for me, I would say at Windstar, I was really lucky at Windstar. It was
Okay.
part of Oklahoma, and then I'd say Choctaw.
Choctaw.
Yeah, it's more Oklahoma. We gotten wins off of there, but yeah, Kickapoo. I mean, I had a good run the last time I went, but just the one time that I went to Choctaw, the last time we went was our first time, and we both did good.
That's really good. So if you have a comparison, FNS, where do you say y'all got most of your wins? Like in general, what casinos?
well, I mean, honestly, just because we go to Lucky Eagle a lot, we say most of our wins will be there.
Yeah.
But considering, like, I guess the how often we go to like WinStar, we don't go there much, but we have a tendency to win. Like majority of the time we go to WinStar. The only
Yeah.
issue there is they don't allow you to film, or at least that's the issue we kind of saw
Yes.
other channels have had. So we're like trying to be a little sneaky,
Yeah,
Thank you, Lagunitas in Texas.
Do you believe in playing with your card or without your card?
Good question. What do y'all think?
I'll say it like this: in my opinion, you're insane if you don't use the card. Because before they had cards, I used to go to the casinos and I'd hit, but I never really got many offers, even though they had my information. I didn't get near the offers I got. I used to get offers for a free round trip plane airfare, and sometimes
Yeah.
free play up to $1,000, it including the round trip airfare. Once I started using the card, where I never got anything like that at all before this, and I've had my luck kind of scatters over the years. Sometimes I go to Louisiana to LaBerge, Lake Charles, and Baton Rouge, and I can clean up, and then I can go back to those casinos, and they clean me out. And then sometimes I would go up to Oklahoma, and my circuit would be the Hard Rock in Tulsa, Windstar, Riverwind, and of course
Miami, Oklahoma.
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo Run. And I actually have went into each one of those casinos, starting with the Windstar. My first heading up north, I've hit 5 or 6 jackpots within 40 minutes to an hour.
Oh my God, Mr. Eddie!
Went to the next casino, hit 2 or 3 jackpots. That's the Riverwind, and then went to the Hard Rock, hit 5 or 6 jackpots, and then went to the Bull Run and hit 4 or 5 jackpots all in one trip.
Wow.
And I actually lost at all of those casinos where they got the budget that I intended to gamble with. I lost 3 of the 4 casinos, and the last one I hit 4 hand pays and got all the money back and some. So I've had a lot of luck through Oklahoma, and I don't have any loyalty to location. I've actually went down to Kickapoo and hit 7 hand pays in one day, stayed the night, and hit 6 hand pays the following day. And so I've had 2 13 hand pay weekends at Kickapoo. And
That is amazing. That is an amazing run, Mr. Eddie. You know, I think sometimes
I think it's all that coffee.
I think so. No, I think when you're
It's in the coffee. It's in the coffee. That's a secret.
That's like both of y'all slot channels shared that in your play you're lucky. Are y'all ever lucky? And I'm gonna ask both of y'all, Reiko and Mr. Eddie, FNS Slots. Are y'all ever lucky on the same night, or do y'all either one of you's lucky, one of you's not? Have you ever had luck on the same night, both of you?
We have. It's rare, but we have. You know, it's we find it as most of the time one of us is going to be the hot one. You know, it could be him, or it could be me. You know, but the night where both of us are high, that's dangerous.
Damn, man.
Who's hotter?
When we first started our slot channel, you'll see on our home screen a green payout.
I put it on the thumbnail, man. That was like, I know that story too, but go ahead and tell it. I
was in the back of the old side playing a $5 cherry,
and this is at Kickapoo, right, Mr. Eddie? When this happened,
and I had just hit 777, and I had $1,100. I didn't hit a hand pay. I hit $1,100, and then I had a few $100 in there. So I go to find Reiko, and I'm walking up on him, and he had just hit the grand on the what's it called? Funan Fu, and he had all them people around him. I was standing there and I was trying to see if he needed something, because what happens is we have both been consistently where we'd win a little bit and we'd be ahead, and then sometimes one of us are cold. So I was wanting to see if he needed any money. So I was getting ready to give him half of what I just won, and he had just kicked butt.
Good thing I was hoping you'd see me out there.
Reiko, so that night at Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino, so Mr. Eddie, your dad was walking up to you to see if you needed any money. He gets there, you hit the grand jackpot. I want to know at Kickapoo, because a lot of us want to know about Kickapoo. One, how much did you invest? What was your bet size? And then what was your reaction to the damn grand?
Yeah, what was your first words on the grand?
First question, how much did I bet? So Funan, I was betting I think it was $8 and is it $8?
I already knew the answer.
$8.80, yeah. So I was max betting, I was betting $8.80. I loaded $100 in. I want to say I was on my 10th spin. It's weird because I was around like $70 or so in the machine. So it was a little back and forth within those 10 spins. But, you know, I told myself, you know, I'm going to load 100 in here. I'd be lucky if I get 12 spins. You know, that was my mentality. I was like, I'm going to get 12 spins on it. I'm going to see what happens, you know. So
you're supposed to say, let's just see what we can do.
Exactly. Yeah. And this was before that. Yeah, this was, I believe it was summer right before we started the slot channel.
Was it in 2018, Reiko?
I believe so. It was 2018. Yeah, it was late summer. And sure enough, you know, I get the progressive pick, and you know, like most, I'm thinking, here comes a mini.
That's what I would have said. The mini king, baby.
Yeah, so I get 2 of everything, you know. So I get to the point where I have 2 of everything. Then I say to myself, I'm left-handed. Hell, I'll just pick on the left. Nobody ever pick on the left.
Left-handers rock.
So I picked on the left side, knowing that before I knew it was predetermined, but I clicked the last one and it was red. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, I got 3 red symbols, you know, 3 of the red boys, you know, that looks good. You know, and the machine just starts flashing, like the red guys are just flashing. Nothing's happening. They're just going doom, doom.
Yeah. Doom, doom. And the brand disappears from the top, right? It disappears all the way. And it feels like the machine's gonna shut down on you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it like, what's going on? Like, you know, I already know I hit the grand. I'm quiet, and the lady next to me is like looking, and she's freaking out.
You didn't do the shuffle. You didn't do the Cupid shuffle. You didn't do the dance. You didn't do whoop. There it is. There it is. Boom shakalaka, man. I would have knocked somebody out, man. I would have been so damn the building.
So what were your first words?
What were your first words?
What was your first words?
Nothing. Like my first words were
After what I mean is after you knew that you won the moolah.
like the lady. I think the lady's first words next to me were the first words that were appropriate. She saw what I did. As soon as the money started adding up, it added up so fast. The lady next to me said, "Oh my
Rachel, did they ask you if you wanted a check or cash, right?
God!"
You
So
know what?
So well, first thing they asked me was, do I want the taxes taken out or do I want the full amount? So had a little conversation about that, but it was early enough in the year to where we thought it was okay to go ahead and take the full amount.
Yes.
That's
But
a lot of
anyway,
people's question. Do you take taxes out or not?
What do y'all think? Like, do you take taxes out when you get a hand pay, or do you wait? Like, do you not have it taxed?
it kind of depends on the year and how you're
Yes.
doing. If you've been keeping track of your withdrawals, because obviously any casino withdrawals and you're keeping track of your receipts can be used as a deduction. So if you've had enough deductions where you can write off a 36,000 hand pay, then go right ahead. Take the amount without them taking the taxes out. But if it's like something massive, and I mean, I'm no tax attorney or anything like that, but I'm just
You're
giving you
right.
my opinion on it, of course. But we see it as it just kind of depends on the situation. It
I
really is
agree. I
situational.
think that when you get a hand pay, first of all, I am a person that's a big believer on playing with your player's card. Player's card, everybody has their superstitions. Everybody's welcome. This is just my personal opinion and my experiences. I'm with Mr. Eddie. When I wasn't playing with my player's card, I lost on so many opportunities of free rooms. Player's card is just to track your comps and stuff and earn free play and earn your status, merchandise, free rooms, what have you. Plus, you also want to play with a player's card, especially if you frequent Kickapoo like we do, because at the end of the year, you want to get a win and loss statement. Without a player's card, no matter where you play, who's going to get you a win and loss statement where you can file your taxes? You have to play with a card to get that. I will tell you that when I get a hand pay, I don't get it taxed because I already know how I'm doing that year. I know that my losses probably can outrun that tax. Nowadays, if you get a hand pay for $1,200, that only gives you enough to play for the full day. Or probably a couple of years ago, there's two of y'all. Me and Tiff, we've never been lucky but one time on the same night. The guy at Kickapoo said, "Man, y'all getting them hand pays." Tiffany had the 7,900 hand pay.
Nice.
The next morning, she got up and I told her, "Girl, you're crazy going back to the same type of machine. You're going to get a hand pay." She won another 3,900. And then I won on Winner of the Dragons, which I never played a 528 bet. I got the bonus and I retriggered an old school towards the back wall. And I won a hand pay for 1,800. That weekend, we brought home close to 13,000.
Yeah.
Bankroll was, whatever. Stephanie, do you play with your player's card?
Yes, I always play with my player's card. So to quote FNS Slots, I read on the internet somewhere, so it must be true, that the player's card has nothing to do with the random number generator in the slot machine.
I agree.
So it does not affect your play.
No.
So if you're going to play and you're going to spend your money someplace, get something out of it, whether it's a $5 ticket for, for your meal or a free room, or, like Tiffany was saying, comps, or they give you the free merchandise and stuff like that. Get something back out of it. So I always play with my slot card. But then again, there's superstitious out there. So if you feel like you're not getting it and you want to take it out, well, then take it out. That's you're going to change your luck. But then put it back in not too long after you take it out.
I won without my card before. One thing I was going to say, so at Kickapoo, there's different tier statuses. So if you're a gold card, that's a begin, like when you first start, it's between 0 to 1,999 points that you have to earn. If you move to the next tier, it's a platinum, which is between 2,000 and 99,999 points. That's a big disparity. Then you move to your diamond card, which is 100,000 to 199,999 points. Then the top tier at Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass, Texas, is black card, which is 200,000 points. So what happens is they review your play there every 6 months. it is very easy to drop your tier status, because if you're not going there frequently and you're not playing that much, it affects your free play. When you're a top tier at a black card there at Kickapoo, more than likely you're getting $200 a week in free play. You're getting comp free rooms, every day of the week, food, whatever have you. But here's one interesting point about Kickapoo. If you guys didn't know, Kickapoo is owned and operated, like I said, by the Kickapoo Traditional Tribe of Texas. The hotel is not owned by them. It's separate. The hotel has a total of 249 rooms. Matt Torres, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says he loves all of us. Thank you so much. They got a jackpot. Hi, Mighty R1. They have 249 rooms, okay? In there at Kickapoo, we also have a gift shop. We actually expanded in October or November of 2019. You guys are probably as excited as I was when they opened up the marketplace, which features Freddy's Fried Custard. They have Eagle Eats, which serves the Starbucks coffee and other stuff.
Right, Eddie?
Right, Eddie?
Hey.
Starbucks, and I owe you one.
Hey, I look forward to it.
And then they open the pizza place and then walk in, and then they open an IHOP. They have Red Sky Grill. They have the Riverbank Cafe, but they closed down the Sports Grill. They have Azul, and they closed down Sage, which was a steakhouse, and made it into that. They have outdoor pool, and like I said, they have a gift shop where you can use your points. Somebody had asked me if they had wheelchair accessible. They do. They have a wheelchair accessible parking lot, and they have a wheelchair accessible path. They also
service dogs
will allow a service dog, but they don't allow just like for you to bring your pets. They have Braille signage. They have assisted listening devices for our guests that need it. And they also have valet. And they also have, if you stay at the hotel, don't forget, if you stay at Kickapoo, you can stay at the valet for free. You just pull up. You don't have to park and bring your luggage in. One thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, in the last year and a half, I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of new slot machines. I've been going since it opened in 1996. I've seen it evolve. I've seen Kickapoo.
That was before I was born.
Oh my God. I've seen it evolve. I've seen the changes. I've seen a lot of things happen. And one thing that I can tell you is my feedback that I would like to see changes or improvements in Kickapoo. And I'm going to give you my personal opinion because that's all I can give you from my experience and what I expect as a player. And I compare my comps to other casinos that I get them at. One, as of several months ago, they stopped bringing room service. That was very disappointing to me. They used to have an excellent room service. I have not been to a casino that does not offer room service. I think as a player, I'm the type of player that I start with my bankroll. I see where it goes. Let's see what it can do. And we move on. And once I double or triple my bankroll, I sometimes stay up late because it's getting really hard to find machines as of lately. I like to sleep in a little bit, like 9 sometimes or 8 a.m. And I want my breakfast. I like room service, and I like it delivered as I get ready. And I plan my day strategically where my bankroll is at. I'm very disappointed that they took out room service. That's one for me. The second improvement or changes that I would like to see at our local casino is I would like people to be more informed. I have had experiences where I go to the casino, I'm asking for a slot machine, nobody knows where it's at. I would like to see them, and I provided this feedback. Most casinos on their webpage have a map of where all their slots are. It would be really nice to see a map of where all their slots are, what new games they put in.
Or
why
even
not
if
feature?
Or even if the people that work there know where the slots
right.
are.
And I think there has to be some training, and I think that the people that go to YouTube now depend on us YouTubers and slot channels to feature the new slot machines. And I think none of us mind doing that, but it would be nice for the casino to maybe have more up-to-date marketing, in my opinion. And I think that there's more demand instead of supply. You've got 249 rooms. There's not enough too many people are going. Saturdays aren't the way they used to be. It's so hard for me to get my footage now on Saturdays where it's so packed that I have to either get up very early in the morning or record in the middle of the night because I can't play the things I want to play. So with that being said,
I want to say my opinion.
Okay, I'll give you yours in a minute. SlotCouple19. What changes would you like to see at Kickapoo? As I just shared, what's your opinion? What changes would you like to see?
Well, I do agree that it's too crowded on weekends now. And it's just too hard to find a machine. You spend half of your time walking around than you actually do playing and spending money. So if they really want to have enough income to do expansions and to make improvements, then they need to either make an expansion to the casino or swipe out some of the older machines and get some newer machines to get new people to come and visit Kickapoo. And I do think that there is, I kind of think that Kickapoo thinks that they just have it made. They're the only thing around in Texas, so where else are you going to go? So I think that has kind of impacted the employees' perceptions of their guests. I don't think they think they don't have to try as hard because what are you going to do? You either come to us or
or go out of town.
Or go out of town.
Which, I mean, for most of us, we work, so we go to Kickapoo because it's only 2 hours away. So it's real quick, easy. It's a real how do you say, just to get your fix.
Easy drive.
But as far as what I would want them to expand on, also like when we checked in, the lady in the front was just like, "Oh, okay, you're here. Okay, what's your name?" And I was like, and they didn't even tell us our Wi-Fi password. They didn't. They just like, "Oh, here."
Yeah, there was no like you check into other casinos, they'll tell you, okay, here's your room number, you go this way, or here's a little map of the casino, or here's your Wi-Fi password, or here's an instruction to use your Wi-Fi. There's more customer experience and personalized customer service. Kickapoo, you don't get any of that. It's just very, give me your credit card, I'm swiping, and here's your key. Go away.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just remember that the hotel itself is operated by
third party.
That's
probably why
but
there's
I still think
they should sell
customer
them.
engagement to me is so important because I think I love Kickapoo. I do, but I am honest enough, like all of us, we are entitled to share our opinions as to what we think could improve the casinos. And I think that they have groups sometimes to talk about those things. So I think those are very valid points in your experience that you've had. And I think that could jade someone from going. And you're right, that's one of the things. So thank you for sharing. FNS Slots, what is your opinion on what are some of the improvements they can make there at Kickapoo?
Well, I think some of the slot machines that they have, like they have Neptune's Gold, and they used to go up to a quarter denom. And
Didn't they move it to 5-cent denom, and we can no longer bet 10 cents or quarters?
yes, and see, it was a pretty back and forth, or it would give you some pretty nice pay, a return, for the risk. And Platinum Real did the same thing. And then I realized that both Platinum Real and then they lowered the denom on Neptune's Gold. And then when they took out the $25 money bags, and I'm thinking, is it because the machines weren't being used, or is it because the machines were too friendly? The denom, did they change the denom because people weren't going to the 25 and 10 cent, or did they change the denom because the machine was just giving too much of a payout? But in my opinion, when I went to many other casinos that offered, for example, on the Locket Link machines, they would go up right on the main floor. They would go up to $2 for the denom. It would have a 1 penny all the way up to $2 denom on the different Dragon Link, Locket Link. I get them all mixed up. But one thing for sure, at other casinos in Oklahoma and in Louisiana and Mississippi, Alabama, they got all these other casinos. But in Texas, like you say, we got Kickapoo, and I don't even know where that other.
And Neskila is right by Houston. I've been there, and I can tell you that Kickapoo is 1,000 times better. I've got some comments. One is from GU. GU said, but keep in mind, we can use our comp points for free rooms So in our minds, the wall of it not the wall of it not being owned by the casino gets blurred. And then let me
But
see
you
here.
don't use your.
Then we have Matt Torres that said at least expanded the high limit. Matt, good point. That's something I was going to say that I love about Kickapoo. I love the renovations. I love that they've added all, the marketplace, IHOP. I love, because right now we're just sharing things we don't prefer, but there's a lot of things that we like because we wouldn't keep going back. I can tell you that I've been going there since 1996. I can tell
Thank you, Sonia.
a lot of different things. Good night, Sonia. It's Escapades. Great seeing you too, my friend. But I think what I like, I'll tell you some of the things I like about Kickapoo. I played at a lot of casinos: Vegas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. I've been to Biloxi, Mississippi. I've been to Florida. You name it. I stay loyal to Kickapoo because I do like the comps. I think the free play is pretty reasonable compared to other casinos. That's all I can compare it to. And I've had the most wins there. I go more frequently, but I've had a lot of wins. And wins are just about luck. I mean, I've hit my biggest win in my life there, $32,000. That's been my biggest win in my life. And I do like I like some of the VGTs for sure. I like some of the ones and denoms. I think I have a lot of go-to games there. I think as the casino is growing and it's expanding, I think we're all going to have our opinions. But I think one of the reasons that I started recording there was because I would go quite frequently, and I love Kickapoo. It's my heart. It's my home base. I think this is good dialogue for us to have, that the viewers want to hear what are our experiences. I know Tiffany wanted to share something. What did you want to say, Tiff?
What I wanted to say is my personal opinion, and Rose kind of disagrees with me, but it's okay because it's my opinion.
Just an opinion.
Just an opinion. When they have the car giveaway or some big
whenever
prize
they have
or
the contest, like
right? Okay. I've been to other casinos. They have the big car giveaways, the house giveaway, or whatever. Excuse me. You're sitting at your machine, they call your name, and you go, right? But at Kickapoo, you got 5,000 million trillion people on that little huddle circle, and you're not able to play Lock It, Link It, or any of those other games because they're all waiting to hear to see if they're calling their name. That's too much confusion to me. If I was owning a casino, I would want people to play. So they're not playing, they're sitting there waiting, maybe put $1 in, waiting, maybe if they're going to call their name, right? Play your game, call your name, go to the Casa Pasa Lounge and pick up your prize. Yeah. That's just my point. And then also, if you win a car, I don't know about people in raffles. My daughter went to a Catholic school. And when you purchase a raffle, there's a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, or so on places, right? You win first place, you win it. Not takes 5 people to win first place. I mean,
you're there. Tiffany,
I have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then so you call 5 people. Hey, wait a minute. Where's first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Yeah. But now you got 5 briefcases out. And you call me first, and I'm the loser. I won $200. And where's my car? It's true. It's just my personal opinion. I think that they need to handle the contest a little bit different. They want you to spend money, and you want to have fun and play and enjoy your time and not have to huddle around there because you got 10 minutes to rush over there and you're playing in the back room.
It's not enough time to
it's not there. Because I've won one time cash, and I said, oh, they ain't never gonna call my name. And I was at the winner's bar. They don't have that anymore. And I was to the ladies' room. Okay. So they call my name, and let me tell you something, running and doing flips and all that. Just to get to the end. I barely made it. I slid in home base. But I'm just saying, if they would just say, go to the cashier desk, get your prize, like I've seen other casinos, I think that would work out, because they are losing money because these people are just sitting on the machine that you want to play, but they're doing the drawing.
You can't play it.
You can't play it.
It's almost like they're operating when they were smaller. they have like the same processes that they had when they were smaller, but they're not small anymore. They have a good sized casino now. So they need to kind of twerk their processes to account for that extra square footage and extra people.
I think when we went even to Choctaw, when they were in March, they were giving away a brand new Escalade and some other prizes. And the way that they did it, I was like a foreigner, almost like a crazy foreigner. I was like, what's happening, people? Right? So they called the grant, they called, okay, Rose, blah, 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 player's card number. You go up there and you win the Escalade. That's it. There's no waiting until 9 o'clock. Nobody's congregated. You just go up and get your prize. They're all trained that way. Then the second prize, hey, Jim Panella, how are you doing? Then the second prize was, let's say, $2,000. They got their money, they left. It's a whole different process. It's like you're in another world. And I think what makes it difficult, as Tiffany was explaining, you go on a Saturday night and you're trying to get to a slot, you can't because everybody's standing there. You can't even play the slot. Another thing that I think they could improve on is we work during the week, like you guys said, the slot couple, y'all understand, we work during the week. We can't go to the free giveaways during the week. We got to go to work. They need to really go back to that Sunday thing. But I think that what they got to do, I think, is I think Kickapoo has made a lot of great strides in the right direction. They've done a lot of
Thank you, Roy.
they've done a lot of improvements on putting a lot of new games. Definitely in the last year, I can tell you some games that I missed that they took out. I'll tell you what games I missed. They took out WMS games. They took out King of Africa. They took out the Unicorn. There was a lot of WMS games that they used to have by the high limit, but that, those are games and casinos are going to change them out.
What about the dentist?
Oh, those are.
I used to call it the dentist. But
remember those VGTs?
It's a VGT game.
That used to be
Smile.
It had the Bandito. Remember the Bandito?
Yeah, the Bandito. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of VGTs they took out as well.
What's the one that's the dentist? You see the teeth?
I don't remember the name of it.
It's not the dentist, but I see the teeth on it. Smile.
They had a lot of games that were VGTs that they changed out, but they also did put in new VGTs in the old school. I think if you love VGTs, you'll find them there at Kickapoo. They're doing a big improvement on putting in a lot of different Buffalo games. They put in Ultimate Firelink, but I think a lot of players in here. Someone put in here, I don't know if this was discussed, but why isn't the Back Players Club not open? Melissa, I asked that question myself too. Kickapoo about the Players Club not being open in the back, and they said that they are redoing how they used to have 3 Player Club locations. They had one by the entrance and the old school, by the double doors where they currently have it now in the middle, and they had one in the back by where they do the drawings. Right now, they're just using one Players Club.
No, but I'm talking about like if you're.
No, that was a question in the chat. Yeah. So that was one of the things that they did. But I'll tell you what, guys. Someone else asked in the chat, when is Kickapoo going to reopen? None of us know. I can tell you that I've been following their social media and in their webpage, in Facebook and Instagram, they have no date yet. It has not been released. None of us know when it's going to be reopened. We're on the same information that you have. I will share with everybody in here that I have reached out to several people at Kickapoo and asked the same questions that you're asking, and I still don't have a date yet. Reiko and Eddie, besides the grand jackpot that you won, Reiko, what has been your second biggest win there at Kickapoo?
It's kind of like a big drop off. Dad has hit the next biggest. What was your?
I hit it on the penny slot machine, 100,000 something other, where you pay $3 max bet, and they got the you get like 9 of those things, and you win $1 million.
Oh, the 1 million degrees.
Yeah, I got
yes,
the 1 million.
You won that.
That's my game.
Yeah, I hit a 10-8 on that once, and on Moneybag, $10 slot, I hit 9,600.
Hey, Mr. Eddie, in the high limit room, that's where I can find you guys.
Yeah, I think to follow that, the other pots that we've hit, like there was a time where you hit a $10,000 jackpot on sumo. Remember?
Yeah, I hit it.
Yeah,
$3
$3 bet. He hit 10,000 on sumo. They took that out.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
they took that one out. I used to love that one. It was a $1 denom, $3 max bet.
Yeah.
You want the 10,000, Mr. Eddie?
Mr. Eddie, you burned it out. That's why they took it
Yeah.
out. You burned it out.
I didn't do enough to it what I was thinking, but Rico hit 11.8 on a $3 bet on that patriotic.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Seven banners, Star Spangled Seven Banner.
I love that one.
Yeah, we got a red screen on like big symbol, red 7, big symbol. Like it was a red screen on a hand pay. I was thinking, man, this thing is broken.
Yes.
Yes, it is. FNS, do you think the machines are tight, loose, or is it just luck? Do you understand at Kickapoo?
I think that for some nights, very few players are having success. I've went in there and I've seen very few people win because we normally go on a weekday, and some nights nobody's hitting anything, and then other nights I see a lot of bells ringing, a lot of the people that are doing hand pays, they're busier than ever. So it's like I think how they do the machines down there, it's like you just gotta. To me, it's like going fishing. You're not going catching, you're going fishing. And if you really want to get a hand pay or get a nice hit, you got to hunt. It ain't going to come to you. And you can't keep doing the same thing because what you did that worked the last time, it won't give you anything the next time. So
I agree.
I used to go to Vegas and I'd say, you know what? Okay. This was my method. I'm gonna walk in there and look all sad because they got cameras everywhere.
Oh
right?
My God!
And I said, I'm just gonna walk in there like, ooh, I'm sad, and maybe they'll feel sorry for me, and they'll go, you know what? That poor lady, let her win something.
She's crazy.
It didn't work. So that was
out. Tiffany used to win. We have a whole different style of playing. I'm a low to mid better. I feel comfortable in those bets. From time to time, I'll do some max bets, but I don't win on max bet. That's just not my thing at Kickapoo. At Kickapoo, I win on low mid bets, and I have had probably the best luck. 2000s. Okay, I'll go back way back in the day when I was playing like Reiko, the Star Spangled Sevens on a VGT. I hit all the wild symbols of the sevens, and I got a hand pay. I think it was 10,000, almost 9,000 something. I didn't even know what had happened. And then I also won on a $5. I won on a $5 VGT Ruby Red. When it would drop the rubies.
They don't have that.
I used to be out in the old casino floor on the old side, and I want to hand pay for 5,000. And then I went many years without ever winning on VGT again. And I decided to change my strategy and kind of like start on a low bet and fill out the machine. I went to 1 cent denoms. I have a lot of luck at Kickapoo winning on low to mid bets. I'll tell you guys, I'm what you call the average gambler that's going to walk into the casino with maybe a bankroll of $500 at Kickapoo. I used to be able to walk in with $300 or $250 back in the day. My best years probably been 2011, 2016, and 2018. 2019 was a bad year for me in every casino. It was not good for me. In 2019, I only had 2 hand pays. One was at Kickapoo and one was at Border Casino. But I will tell you that at Kickapoo, I do find a lot of luck on that $1, $1.50 bet, maybe $2 bets. And I've been very lucky to be able to win under the radar hand pays a lot of times. I don't always feel like recording. There's times that I say to myself, damn it, I just missed a good hit that could have made a good video. But sometimes you don't always want to be recording. Like, you want to just enjoy yourself. YouTube is a full-time job. You have your full-time job. You have to edit your videos. This is what we chose to do. And we do it for the viewers. I want to say thank you to everyone that supports all of us in here. all of our viewers, all of our subscribers that go to Kickapoo. We do it for you. We bring you the content. We all play very differently in here, all of us channels, but we appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there's no us, and we appreciate it. Sylvia has a question. I want to know why Slot Couple 19 named Slot Couple 19. Just curious. She watches your channel. She wants to know, why did you guys pick that name?
We got together in 2019.
Oh, congratulations, guys. Awesome. So now just picked it randomly because you're the slot couple and you got together in 2019.
Awesome.
Well, we wanted the slot couple, but we saw, because like when we're like naming, like what should we name it or whatever, we're going like we would type in everything, and it's like if something would come up, well, we can't use that.
Yeah, don't take it.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, here we go, and we're just there. How about 19? Because we got together in 19, so it's like the slot couple, but also 19.
That's
so,
good. FNS.
That's the hard part.
I love it.
Your channel.
That is hard. I agree. Texas Slot Maniac said, "Hi FNS, I miss you guys." I agree with you. What you said about finding your YouTube channel. You know what? One thing that I noticed, guys, is that at Kickapoo, even in Texas, we have about we've evolved in the last year of getting more channels recording out of Kickapoo. I think that we have set a lot of trends, and I think that we have a lot of channels recording out of there. And I think that it's good because people love seeing what's out there, because we're the biggest casino in Texas. There's only 2. And I will say that Dominique says they should make one in San Antonio. We all say the same thing. I think Kickapoo has a lot of great perks as well. I was going to mention that one of the things that I really like about Kickapoo is, one thing that I would enjoy a lot is I like my relationship with my host, where I could call, I could get, a lot of things that I need to get taken care of. One of the things that Kickapoo did for me and Tiffany, when we reached 1,000 subscribers, we reached out to them. We told them it was important for us to do a celebration, and they actually set up a table and they supported us. And I think that's really big to have a casino. They support all of us actually by allowing us to continue to record and bringing the content. We all play differently. To me, I respect everybody's bet size and every player, because to me, it's not what you bet, it's what you pick out of the machine. That's always been my theory. I've been through many ups and downs. And one thing that I can tell you is,
Joel said, I'm going to open up an underground casino, and I want all 3 of you slot channels to come.
We're there.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you, the Slot Couple 19, I'll start with the Slot Couple 19. Have you ever had a night at Kickapoo where you on fire, and between that night and the next day, you put all your money back? And tell me what
Thank you, Isabel.
Tell me what it felt like, the drive of shame home.
Isn't that like every trip, bros?
Yeah, for us.
Y'all look at each other and go, oh my God, why did you do that?
Does it happen that day that you lost it and put it all back, or does it happen on the drive home, the drive of shame? Tell me about that.
No, mine is, I can never win there. I have like little bitty wins to keep me playing, but I've never actually won anything substantial there. And so what's frustrating is I've like you, Rose, I've been going since they first opened. There was a little bitty trailer thing and the floor would vibrate when you'd walk on it. I've been going then. So I've been there for a long time. So, and all the years I've been going, I haven't really won anything major. But yet I take this one for the first time, and everything he touches, he wins.
Yeah. That's how it is in couples. Either it's rarely ever together. If somebody's going to carry the luck one visit, the next person, that's how it is. One person, but that drive of shame is horrible.
Yeah. I need to start looking at it like I don't know Rose, and walk in there so that we can both win.
Well, we start talking like, well, maybe we can get our content in another casino and just, kind of stay over Kickapoo for a while. And then the next weekend, we're like, okay, you ready to go back?
But what's horrible is when I listen to my wallet.
One time I said, I ain't going back. I ain't going to any casinos for a while. I was so done. And then Tiffany woke up and she said, you ready to go? In a minute, I'll let Tiffany tell y'all. FNS, tell me about a night where you've got some good wins you guys put it back. Tell me about if you've done that and the drive of shame home. Please tell us.
So, you know what? I'm thinking about a specific time, and my drive home was a 6-hour drive home, all right? So
How was that?
that tells me anything. Matter of fact, you guys can see the video. It's called FNS Slots versus Shock Talk.
I think I've seen.
Yeah, did you guys see that video?
Yes.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That was something else. But you know, when I lose, I walk out of that casino kicking the poo all the way home.
From Kickapoo.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna win or lose no matter where you play. But right, it's hard. Like when you have those losses and you say you're not going back.
Libetus, as
Hi,
GC
Tiger.
says, it's called libetus. She says, you say you're not going back, but you're lying.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can tell you that I before my bankroll has totally changed.
Hi, Red Screen Tiger.
When I used to go to Kickapoo, oh wait, the McKinney said that in 2020 they have hit 62 jackpots alone at Kickapoo and still had some quiet rides home. I
want to hear that story.
And the McKinneys play in the high limit room at Kickapoo. They're very good friends of ours. They're subscribers. And
they're like family.
They have shared all their truth about all their play. They've hit 62 jackpots alone in 2020, just the start of the year at Kickapoo. They hit on the $10 denom pieces of 8 on a $30 bet. He hit a 15,000 hand pay, and we were there that night. He had about 3 hand pays, but we've also all talked about. I think that if you're playing in the high limit, and this is just my experience, when I'm playing at the high limit room, I use my free play. I've got $200 in free play. I'm going to play it in a high limit game because it's their money that I've earned, of course, and I want to try my luck. And so usually I can turn that $200 into $500 or $600. I used to go to the casino with $250, $300. Nowadays, my bankroll. No, I don't think, Eddie, that using your player's card makes a difference. I think it does in the place to use it for your comps. All it does is to track your play, win and loss statement. If you're winning hand pays, you've got to track it. But now, guys, I need a bigger bankroll when the machines are playing. And the thing that I was going to tell y'all, let me tell y'all about my ride of shame. I ain't no shame in my game. I was at Kickapoo, and I was so excited because I hit a hand pay, okay, on a low bet. And I won, I think it was about $1,400, and I was there for 2 days. Well, I said, let me save the 1,000 and just pay the 400. But instead, I put the 400 in my money to take home in the 1,000. I promise you, on a bet, I said, you know what? This is the money I want. I'm gonna go high bet. VGT then took me for a ride on a $5 polar high roller. $15 max bet. I put in $200. I lost it. Something told me I was going to win. So I put another 200. I'm 400 in. I moved to the machine next to me, and I lost $1,000 like within a matter of 45 minutes. A gentleman walks up, puts in a $40 ticket, and on a single bet, won a hand pay.
Oh. And that hurts. And you look at him like,
but it wasn't it was going to pay. Texas Slot Maniac said, so, hey, guys, LaBerge Casino will be open on May 18th. Do you guys know anything about Kickapoo? We do not. Texas Slot Maniacs, they have not.
They won't publish anything yet.
They have not published when they're opening, so we're still all waiting. That drive home, let me tell you guys, I licked my wounds, literally. Because I was like, why did you do it, Rose? But you know what? I think this is my theory. When I went with the casino's money, my initial investment was, I think, $60, and I won that hand pay. I still went home with $400, but that $1,000 still hurt me. You know what I mean? But I never had it to begin with.
But coming home with money is a win, Rose.
Yes.
Coming home with any kind of money is a win.
I come home with dollars, thinking that I have like, oh, I think I have some 20s in here. Oh, they're all dollars from the tips.
Oh my God! Have you ever won on your last $20? I have.
Have you ever gotten busted going to the ATM machine and the other person doesn't know? Because let me tell you something. I was losing so bad, And I was like, well, I'm not going to go to Texas Rose and ask, hey, can I borrow $20 or something like that? So I go to the ATM machine and I'm looking where she's playing. I'm like, oh, please, Lord, don't let her see me. And and I'm punching in my PIN number and all that. And I turn around. She goes, hey, what are you doing? And I threw my card up in the air. It left her hand. It left my hand. And then I had to call security.
She lost her card because I busted her. She didn't know that I had gone to Daji Dali, and I did a bet size that I rarely ever do, 264. It gave me the bonus, and I put in a ticket for 120. I cashed out tax-free over $1,800.
Nice.
So I had money.
But you know how long it took
but
me
I
to
was
get
only,
my card back?
I was only going to tell her that I won 400 so I could break her off 200 and hold on. And I walk up her, then it took about 2 hours to find it. Security, thank God there was a person
that security takes forever if you lose a pin or anything. I had to show my whole life, fingerprint, everything. And it took about like 2 hours of my game time.
I have a question for the channels, though. I have a question.
Go for it.
Is there some look on the other person's face that tells you immediately, okay, they're losing or they've blown their bankroll? Can you just tell by looking at their face?
Oh,
yes, for sure. Let me tell y'all, Tiffany, okay? She goes and plays her high limit games because she feels like when I'm around, like I could be like a mother hen. And she says that it's all about timing. She goes to $9 bets, $18 bets, sometimes $15, $30 bets, even $3 bets, whatever she's feeling. She likes those games that are $9 max bets.
Except Willie, because every time I go on Willie, he ends up saying, come back again. You hear?
And you have to listen, right, Tiffany? You have to listen.
Go smoke your coffee beans because you're not going to let me win.
Tiffany and I have a different style, so I recognize as a player that I may be hovering over her because she feels the machines in her view, right? So when I don't hear from Tiffany for about 2 hours, it's either going to be like this. She walks up to me. Let me see if I can replay.
She's going to replay me.
Side to side, and her face is like this. And I go, what's going on? I'm trying to hide my ticket from Tiffany. She's like, I need money. I go, girl, you just had $1,000. Whatever. I lost it. I go, no, ma'am, I'm giving you $100. And I give her a lucky 20 and I sit her next to me. All of a sudden she makes $900 or $800. I don't know how.
I'm losing and I don't have any money. I said, I go to her. So what are you doing? How are you doing on that game? She goes, I'm doing okay. And I see her on the next machine. She puts like $5 in there and she's built it up to 20 or whatever. So I start playing it. And she goes, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'm playing this while you're playing that one. She goes, but that's my money. And then I get a bonus on it and then I start building it up. She goes, hey, that's my money. I said, no, it's not because I won.
And then she leaves. Back. This was in March for her birthday. Tiffany was really lucky that day. She got a hand pay in the high limit room. And she was playing her BGT. She was being real nice on the 9-liners. Well, all of a sudden, because I kept her bankroll for her, I'd given her $400 after that. She was playing the 9-liners, the double jackpot gems, and something else. It's real easy to lose $400 in there. I mean, at $9 to spend, that's what you got to expect. She lost it all. Well, I was being a little greedy gambler. I was playing full non-full new at $1.76. I got luck arrived, all kinds of stuff happening for me. I'm playing Winner of the Dragons. It's like in that 264 bet with a $60 ticket. I built that up to $400. Between both machines, I had over, I think I had probably close to 1,400. I was on fire, no lie. These machines kept giving me and giving me. That's when you don't walk away. Here comes this one. I'll watch your machine for you. Takes my ticket from Winner of the Dragons and leaves. I'm already mad, but I can't leave food now because it's on fire at 2. I'm just winning and winning. I take my ticket. I go look for her. But when I'm looking for her at the old school, my phone rings and I'm like, Tiffany's calling me. Please don't tell me she lost my tickets. I'm already heated. I answer my phone. She goes, get over here. I just want a hand pay. I'm like, what? You want a hand pay? Gary, I'm running over there. She goes back to that 9-liner, man, and wins her about another $1,700. Then she hits 4 more progressives on it and cashes out tax free at another 1,800.
Nice.
So you just
Wow.
give me back my original money with no profit.
My back hurt to win it. I mean, you know, I'm the one that's spinning and winning.
What do y'all think about progressive jackpots? How do y'all feel about playing progressive games? Like, do you tend at Kickapoo to go more towards games that have a really high progressive that's maxed out? Do you chase it? What do you guys think? At Kickapoo, do you chase the progressives at all?
We don't, because we don't bet enough to actually win them. So
You could, because if a progressive on a given machine, you got to know if you qualify for it. So most progressives, you'll qualify for any progressive. So for example, on an 88 cents fortune, it starts at 8 cents, 18, 38, 68, and 88. At 38 cents, I know that you qualify for the mini and the minor. At 68 cents, at a 1-time to 10-time, 8-time multiplier, you qualify for the mini, minor, and major. But at the 88 cents, at a 1 bet, you qualify for all progressives, including a grand jackpot.
okay,
Now, from that point, at 88 cents, you could bet it at a 1-time multiplier, which is 88, 176, all the way to 880.
So we get duped on that fire link, because when it says play the 1 cent or the 2 cent, it's like 2 cent has better odds. All right, let me play it and I lose all my money.
Yes.
Nice.
You know what? I wish that they had them at the 25-cent and dollar denoms on some of those. You know that
or at
when we
least
were,
a dime.
yeah, we
Right?
had the 1 cent where you could 250 bet for sure. Hey, everybody. Hey, Joanna. Hi, Maria Cardenas. You always say Texas Rose, it's Tiffany's lucky charm. Yeah, I am her lucky charm.
She always tells me, stop, quit putting your money in. You're not going to win. I said, it's coming. It's coming. And what happens? Ding, 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 ding.
Isn't
FNS,
that what you want? Yeah, it's like when she starts saying that, or when I get an FNS Eddie's here, and I'm all, hey, Dad, you gonna print and sprint? You go, son, and he presses the button, bam.
Mr. Eddie stays. I've seen him. I've seen him in person. Reiko, I've seen you too, where you want to stay at that 880, and you're like, it's gonna pay, Rose. It's gonna pay, right? And it gave you that bonus. Remember? Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question for you, FNS. Texas Slot Maniacs wants to know, FNS, what has been your biggest win?
Hey, Texas Slot Maniacs. Our biggest win was on a $8.80 bet on Food Now Food New. We hit $35,802.80.
What? Did you buy your pop of coffee?
I had all the
I'm
coffee.
not talking about the rock gut coffee. I'm talking about the good coffee.
Mr. Eddie, how can you drink that coffee all the time?
That coffee is a nasty, nasty, nasty coffee. You need
I love it.
Starbucks in your
I love
life.
it, Mr. Eddie. I drink that coffee too.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of when you get yourself in the right disposition, it prepares you to take a look around. I think one of the biggest mistakes is getting in a hurry, rushing, moving too fast, anxiously going to the machine. You got to get over that hyperness that you first feel when you first get in the casino. And for me,
that's a good point, Mr. Eddie, because that happens to all of us as slot players. We get to Kickapoo and we're like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get to that slot machine and I gotta win. That is an excellent feedback there.
Yeah, see, I have, for the most part, I have went to casinos with just using free play. Some casinos, your free play, you don't have to put any money in. You just got free play. And I've actually hit hand pays on free play many times.
I love it. I love it.
I play with their money and I go straight to the high limit because it's not my money.
Yeah,
You earned it. I like that.
I'm a little bit different about the thinking about when they give you free play, they give it to you because you earned it.
Yes.
You're an important person to the casino, and then what's important to us is our viewers and subscribers. And I think we owe it to give them the best show possible. And if you go into the casino, and what I love about Reiko is he constantly said, Dad, we can't we can't keep bringing to our viewers and subscribers the same thing. So one of the things that our viewers and subscribers help us do is they give us suggestions on what they'd like to see us play, even the denominations. And some of the machines are not at Kickapoo that they asked us to play. But
That is true.
thanks to our viewers and subscribers, we have consistently, like I think the last few trips that we went to the Lucky Eagle before it closed, we hit hand pays, and that's because in the past somebody suggested certain machines, or they had suggested that we do something, and then Reiko, he's got a pretty good intuitive sense, and he says, "Well, Dad, this is the strategy we're going to do. We're going to play these VGTs, money bags, or we're going to play the any of the other VGTs." And we go to the Polar High Roller or whatever it may be. And we, what I found is that if you have played a machine 4 or 5 or 6 spins and it ain't doing anything, the most you should play it probably is 12 spins.
I like
And
that.
if it hasn't done anything, then get off of it. Let it go.
Yeah.
You say bye, Felicia.
But you're right. Some of us are stubborn and we stay at a machine thinking the bonus is going to come. A lot of us chase the bonus and the red screens. I wanted to share something with you guys. I remember there was a time when I was on a VGT, and I remember that I used to get a lot of red screens at Kickapoo at one time, maybe going back to 2017. Where I would get multiple locked-in red screens, especially on Polar High Roller, on the $2 and $5 denom on the max bets. I remember single bars going red, double bars coming back to triple bars. I think lately the most red screens I've seen Tiffany get is probably 2 in a row, right? Like where it locks in.
No, I've had more than
You've
that.
had more multiples?
I've had 4.
Jack 4 one time. We were like, man, this thing is going to jackpot. And it didn't.
I was so mad.
Yeah, and but I told Tiffany, so I want to ask both channels, the TheSlotCouple19. A lot of casinos are opening up. Kickapoo hasn't opened up. I know Choctaw's opening up, WinStar. A lot of them are going invitation only. When casinos
are
opening back up, what's going to be your first casino y'all plan to go to?
I think for me, I would try Kickapoo only to see how it is, because it's not that far of a drive, so we're not really going 6 hours out of our way, and just see how it is. But I think the first casino I'm looking forward to going back to the most would definitely be Choctaw, to see how that one is, to get back there. But again, I do want to go back to Kickapoo just to see how it is and support the locals and get them going again. So
yeah.
Have y'all ever been to Delta Downs?
Delta Downs.
I've had several hand pays there.
I call it Delta Dawn, but yeah.
Tiffany calls everything by the wrong name.
I do. I get all jacked
and I'm
up.
usually stuck explaining to the person
She
why she calls them. Like we talked to our slot host there at Delta Downs, and Tiffany's telling her, "Yeah, I love Delta Dawn and all this stuff." And I go, "I'm so sorry." And then she starts thinking, Delta Dawn.
Delta Dawn.
Oh my God. FNS, where are you gonna be? What's gonna be your first casino stops? What are y'all thinking?
Well, right now, what scares me is that COVID is real, and what I want to see is that everybody stays healthy, and I watched the big jackpot playing in South Dakota, I believe, at a couple of the casinos there.
Yeah.
And he said how they cleaned the machines and they had a tag on there. And it was hardly anybody in the casino there with it. And so the social distancing, and then the population in that South Dakota town is low. And in the rural areas of our country, and what I like about Kickapoo is it's in the rural area. The WinStar, it gets a lot of transit. Choctaw, it's going to get a lot of transit from like Dallas and that area. So it makes me nervous to go to the places where it's going to be a whole lot of people and it's around a major metropolitan area. Because
that makes sense.
the COVID in Dallas area was really high, and that's really true. In the populated areas, the COVID is highest.
That is true.
And so I want you guys to stay focused and stay safe. I don't want to hear about any of our slot community getting sick because we were anxious.
You know, we didn't realize that when the virus was going on, that we were the last people that played at Kickapoo when it was the worst.
Yeah, because we
didn't
never
know. I mean,
thought about that.
We never did. I mean, we didn't have masks on because they didn't require it. And they said, this is it. This is over. Blah blah blah. We didn't even realize that.
I'm glad you brought up WinStar, Mr. Eddie, because WinStar probably in the U.S. I don't know worldwide. I don't know the stats, but WinStar is the #1 casino, the biggest. It has 7,717 slot machines, and then next to them, look at the disparity, is Empire City at Yonkers, New York, with 5,300 slots. Then Mohegan Sun in Connecticut has 5,000 slots, and then Seminole in Hard Rock, Tampa is #4 with 5,000 slots. So, I mean, WinStar is huge, 7,000 slots. That's a lot of slot machines. I mean, it's a huge place to visit. Me and Tiffany have been debating about when we're going to go. We're not sure yet. We still have a lot of content to put up, but what I want to do next, I have 2 gift cards that I'm going to give away to our viewers from me and Tiffany. Look, Mr. Eddie, there's Starbucks gift cards. And $10 gift cards. And I'm going to be doing a contest for our viewers and people that are in the chat right now. And moderators, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my phone because this runs a little bit behind. And I'm going to ask questions, 2 questions. And then what you're going to do, if you win the Starbucks gift card, you must email me to my email address, and I'll give it to y'all in a minute. And I'm going to send it to you with a thank you card for viewing us and supporting us tonight and really showing us that. Hey, Winstar Lee, ¿cómo estás, amigo? Winstar's in the building. Hey. Hey, getting them jackpots. So let's go ahead and let me go to my chat. And I'm only going to base it on my chat because, okay, let me see where I'm at on the chat. I just see Winstar Elite. Okay, so here's my question. For this question is going to be regarding FNS slots. Okay, so who could answer it in the chat?
Y'all don't answer it.
Y'all don't answer it. Nobody, us 3 don't answer. It's going to be people in the chat. All right, guys, if y'all are ready to win. Hi, Katrina. Nice to see you. Sending our love. In the chat, thank you everybody for joining. Please don't forget to smash these thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to these wonderful channels, please support them. We're a slot community and we support each other.
Hi, Amelia.
Please do so. Okay, so I'm going to give away the first card.
Hi, Katrina.
And this is my question. Ready?
Hi, Marlene.
Okay, here's my question. What machine did Reiko win at Kickapoo his grand jackpot? I'm looking at the chat now. Last one to type was Hempe. So who can answer in the chat? What slot machine did Reiko win his grand jackpot? Good night, Marlene. See you later. Thank you for being here. Love. I'm waiting. Miss you too, hon. What slot machine did Reiko win his grand jackpot at Kickapoo?
Can I tell you?
No, Tiffany.
Well, I need the gift card so I can buy Reiko.
All right, we got a winner. We got our first winner. We got Scott, and Scott plays out of Kickapoo. Scott Siller said, "Fu non fu nu." Congratulations!
Apples.
All right, Scott Siller in the building, baby, out of Kickapoo. High Limit Friends that supports all of us in here. So, Scott Siller,
so
please. I'm gonna write it down here, Scott. If you can please email me your address along with a gift card, I'm going to send you a thank you card because we appreciate your support to all of us here that play out of Kickapoo and everybody, all the slot channels.
Hi, David.
Hey, David, how you doing? And let me give you my email address. It's going to be RV Mendoza, R as in Rose, V as in Victor, Mendoza 75@gmail.com. If not, you can find it on my slot channel. I've got another gift card I want to give away.
Nice.
Okay. And this is going to be pertaining to the Slot Couple 19. Okay. Why did they name their slot channel the Slot Couple 19? And I'm looking at the chat. Why did they name it? Thank you, Scott. So, come on. Why did they name it? I'm looking at my phone and I'm going by my phone because this one runs a little behind. Why did the Slot Couple? Okay, wait a minute. We've got.
Wait, you gotta say exactly why.
Okay, exactly why. I think, okay, we've got the first answer. Texas Slot Maniac said because they married that year. Is that correct? No.
We're not married.
Okay, next one. You said that's the year they met. Is that correct?
Nope.
Nope. That's not the year you met?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I know.
You got together?
The year we got together.
Yeah.
So our winner is, let me see, they got together. Rita Allen.
Hey, Rita.
Rita, go ahead and email me. You're going to get the other $10 Starbucks card. I didn't want to say it that I was doing this giveaway. You guys have been with us for almost 2 hours. And, we wanted to bring all this information from Kickapoo because y'all asked us. And we're so happy to have featured FNS in here, Reiko, Mr. Eddie, the Slot Couple 19, Stephanie and Joe, and GC Sots, Gloria, and of course Tiffany here. And we're gonna go ahead and say thank you to everybody. And in closing, FNS, what do you want to tell everybody before we close the chat?
Who loves you, baby?
Don't listen to this one.
I love that.
Or happy meals.
First thing first, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being in the chat, for being here, for being supportive to all of our channels. Without you, as you mentioned, Rose, this wouldn't be possible without
That's right.
subscribers. We wish we could thank everybody on an individual basis, honestly, and write thank you cards and send them all Starbucks gift cards, But in reality, we just want to say thank you to everybody and be safe. That's the main thing right now. It's real out there, as my dad said, and we care about each and every one of y'all. And hey, you know what? We appreciate you guys.
And I hope that we can get together again in the near future and have a bigger forum with other slot channels outside of not only our Kickapoo community, because I really believe we have a golden opportunity to help each other survive these challenges and build some really good relationships. And then, of course, be there for each other as we struggle at the casinos.
You're right, Mr. Eddie. I think you guys said some good points. I think as a slot community, including our viewers, our subscribers, but especially as a slot channels, we all play out of the same casino and we travel a lot too, but that's our home base. I think it's so important to support each other. I think that there's so much in the world that's going on that worrying about things that are really irrelevant and not positive. I'm about positivity, just like all you guys are in here. And I think that all of us as a slot community have band together and we've done a lot of good things. And I think that we've brought a lot of happy times to our viewers and our subscribers. And I think that that's what I love about you guys is just your positivity and just inspiring all of us to continue to be good people and just be ourselves. And that's all we can be. I can tell you that my journey, I never expected it would bring me here. I just celebrated last Wednesday exactly my 2 years on YouTube. I never thought, I would even be here. Thank you. And even knowing all these people.
Can y'all do that again? I love that sound.
Eddie says a group pool, man. We gotta do a group pool.
Yeah, we gotta do a group pool.
We really do. Hey, Mr. Eddie, we may have to do it in that high limit.
Hey,
We did one with the McKinneys. They said that
McKinney's are so awesome. They don't have a slot channel, but
we tell them they got a lot of luck.
They got a lot.
But you're right. I think as a slot community, as channels, it's our responsibility to what we expect is what you put in. And the energy that you put in is exactly what you're going to get back. I've always been a believer in the power of positivity And I've always had before I even had a slot channels, and I've been gambling since 1986. You know, I've always been the type of person that I would always go into casino knowing, I know the house always wins, but always with a positive attitude. And I've had a lot of amazing wins, a lot of luck. I've had some losses, but at the end of the day, I think it's important to be positive. Don't worry about the negativity. And people that are negative, you just tell them to the left, to the left. Everything you got's going to the left, baby. So that's how to go. Slot Couple 19, what do you want to say in closing?
Well, I just want to thank you and Tiffany for hosting us. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody that's given us support and has chatted on our comments in our comment section, who's given us views, who's come by our channel. Being new, this is extremely overwhelming and extremely humbling. So I feel privileged to have met each and every one of you. So thank you. It's just been an honor.
And we can't wait to meet up with y'all.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
I think we all have to. Joe, did you want to say anything?
Oh, no, it's just pretty much the same thing. We're just so humbled about everything. You bringing us on, it was just like a big shock to us. Like, oh my God, like
we were starstruck, Rose.
Oh my God!
Awesome
I'm just a normal person that just pushes a button like everybody else.
I'm not normal, but
Stephanie, and this is a perfect example of what Mr. Eddie was talking about. Is all of us in here supporting everybody, and especially like the Slot Couple 19 that's new, plays out of Kickapoo. I think it's important for us to stay positive and support others and help them along the way, like everybody else. That's so important to do that. I think for me, hey Martin, how you doing? Martin's in here, another grand jackpot. I had shared his picture out on my page. He won on Lock It, Link It, Diamond Life. I think on a $5 bet, he hit the grand jackpot.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, Martin says he can't wait to meet everybody in here. I want to thank FNS Slots, Reiko and Eddie. I was really nervous to ask you guys to come on, believe it or not. I know that we're friends. I was just really nervous, and I want to thank you for the bottom of my heart for always being so kind and gentleman and nice and friendly. And you make me feel like I'm part of your family. Not only am I your friend, but I'm a viewer and a subscriber. And I live vicariously through your high bets. And you inspire me to want to try different machines at Kickapoo. You inspire me to want to be really just the way you communicate, the way you always thank your subscribers. You guys are so humble, and I love you.
And FNS, y'all want to do karaoke night?
Ain't nobody hold me down.
I got to keep on moving. But we love you guys, and thank you for accepting the request. The viewers wanted you. I want to thank Gloria, GC Slot. She had to come off because of her internet was messing up. But I want to thank Gloria for coming on too. She's such a sweet lady, good friend. We all of us, we've become friends outside of YouTube, outside of the casino. Friendship is invaluable. I'm the type of person that when I meet somebody and I become your friend, I'm your friend for life. You ask me my opinion, I'm going to serve it to you just like I see it. But I always wish the best for everybody. Unlike, you can't take things personal. As a YouTuber, you will learn that you've got to take the good with the bad, and mostly it's the good. And the viewers are what hold us true. I want to thank everybody. Slot Couple 19.
You're moving and you're coming up.
I want to thank you first of all for accepting our invitation to come on. I really wanted people to get to know you guys. The minute that I saw your first videos, I knew we could be friends. I knew that you're so welcoming, and I want to thank you for coming on from the bottom of my heart. This will be a long friendship for all of us. And I want to let you know that you're not alone. We're all here. We all started at the same place. We're no different than you. We all push the same button. And I want to thank you for coming on and sharing your experiences and your personal opinions. And just keep on doing what you do. And y'all are all right. We all have full-time jobs and lives, and YouTube is not easy. I love Kickapoo. I love all my Kickapoo subscribers. To this day, when people come up to me, I still get nervous. But I love everybody, and all the slot channels that are in here are amazing people. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you for everybody for the super chat. Tiffany, what do you want to say in closing?
Oh, why don't you, baby?
She's a nut.
I love
Thank you, Texas Rose and Tiffany.
It's awesome because not only that, you meet really good people.
That's
know,
the
it's hard
beauty
to
of
find
this.
friends. You know what I mean? Besides the slot community, is when you go see like the Slot Couple 19, we value as friends. You know,
FNS.
Nobody's bigger than anybody else. We're all the same.
We're just a
all
number.
equal.
Yeah.
We're just a number. FNS Slot. You know, I busted Reiko at the ATM. Reiko, do you remember what I told you when you went to the ATM machine?
Don't repeat it. Do not repeat it.
I'm not going to repeat it, but what did I tell you?
Don't repeat it. Reiko,
you know what?
Wait. She cut you at the slot.
Something about your shoes, remember?
Something about your shoes, Reiko.
And your feet.
And my feet. I must have been lit that day.
I knew it was you because.
Don't repeat it.
Because I got big feet.
I said, Rico, I knew it was you. You know why? And I said, because you got big feet.
You can get away with
You
that.
know that, right? You know I love you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
And we had so much fun in old school. And I had to hold your dad's machine, even though I wanted to cash out the ticket. Remember, Texas Rose was winning on that machine.
That's the night I won the major.
Do you remember when she won? You had to run over there and you go, you hold my machine for me? Absolutely.
That was one of those nights when I said, look, Reiko, I'm going to win on a low bet. And I won the major on Daji Dali at a $1.76 bet. I was $4 away from my hand pay. Remember, it was $11.96.
Yeah.
We were all laughing because we were talking about our bet sizes and stuff.
Yeah.
That was a whole night.
And I didn't even want you to hold your machine.
But look at her.
Because I was ready to hit that cash option, but I didn't.
Again, thank you, everybody. Watch. If you get a chance, go to Kickapoo's website, their Facebook page, their Instagram. Keep track of when they're going to reopen. We don't know. We'll see you.
And don't forget Saturday.
Yeah, then Saturday, Tiffany.
Saturday, I'm going to go live with Gambaholic Queen Slots.
Nice.
Windy City Frenzy.
Windy City
We got
Frenzy.
Lucky Lynn Slots. Y'all know Lucky Lynn's hit on a wonderful in Buffalo at Choctaw. I think her bet size was $6 or something like that. She'll have to tell us when she goes live. But I'm going to have a conversation with her about her hand paper, $27K.
Nice.
Yes, and we met her at Choctaw. Lucky Lynn's wonderful lady. Love her.
Naomi Slot Channel.
Another one with her high bets. Windy City Frenzy just came off that grand off the Rudy's Cruise. And then we got the Slot Channel, Simon. We want to talk to her, Simon, about the art that she creates for the channels.
She makes all. Do you know that it's a slot machine?
We just said it.
She makes the shirts for Brian Christopher.
She doesn't
did the
make
logo.
the shirts. She makes the logos.
She did the logo.
She makes all the logos. She doesn't make the shirts. She makes the logos.
She made the logo for Windy City Frenzy.
Well, she'll tell us all about it when she comes on the live, but she does a lot of logos, and she just made one for Tiffany a couple months ago that we're going to change it up. But so we got a lot of nice stuff coming up. It has been a pleasure and honor to have all of y'all on there, including GC. Good night. Love you guys.
We love
you guys.
Bye.
Thank y'all once again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
It's nice hanging out.
Bless you. Please follow all the CDC guidelines, everybody in the chat. We love you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.